Hey everybody, it's Kneecap here, and in this video we're going to be going over Halloween 2023, a little bit of a rework to the Hallow's End event in World of Warcraft. Some things, of course, are still the same. You can go to the inns and just interact with the pumpkins. You can also talk to innkeepers and trick or treat and things like that. Handful of treats, you can open these up and get wands and masks and stuff that are for the achievements and whatnot. If you want the old achievement guide, I have a guide on how to do the achievements and stuff like that already made. This is mostly to check out the new stuff. I assume maybe we're gonna have to go back to town, and then the other thing we need to do is we need to queue for the Headless Horseman. So we'll queue for that. Now, unfortunately, this already came out on EU by the time I'm making this. And so I already know some spoilers here, so I won't have like a completely first time reaction. But we'll see how I feel when I actually get there. So we'll come here and see. There's supposed to be new quests as well, so I am going to check these out and see what we have. Alright, we just got our Headless Horseman queue, so let's go ahead and do this. So when you get in here now, there's these wicker statues or whatever. And I'm going to interact with this big one. And I'm going to accept all the curses. And so these curses make the fight harder. I imagine for me it can't be too hard, I would hope, with all the gear that I have. Oh, it's definitely a bit more chunkier on the health. So you actually have to do healing, and okay, the mechanics are actually real. This is fun. This is actually really, really good. Oh my gosh, I hope I didn't just screw over the rest of my group though. I had to hurry up and click it because the tank was just pulling. And I know that I need to do these curses. We'll talk a little bit more about the curses after this is completed. Okay, we spread out. Look at this. Okay, so this group kind of knows what they're doing a little bit. So it shouldn't be too bad. This guy's a bit chunky. He's like a Mythic Plus boss. This is really, really neat. So this part I did not know. Like I didn't know how like beefy this guy was. Looks like you can survive the mechanics though. At least these people can with whatever gear they have. So that's good. Hot head, whatever that means. Okay. Okay, it's putting like a... I'm putting flame patches down. It looks like maybe I was supposed to actually walk over to that thing to have that stop, but again, I have enough gear to where it doesn't really matter, I don't think. I think it'd be very surprising if I died in here. We'll spread out for the group. Now he's almost dead. This is pretty cool. This is really cool. I did not expect this, if I'm being honest. I don't think my group did either. Sorry, group. Alright, so Hallow's End defeat, kicking with the Wickerman, cleaving fire, so we get all kinds of stuff there. Let's look at... Okay, so I did not get what I thought I was going to get there. So... what did we get? Which is Signet, so it's 328. Alright, so let's see what's in this pumpkin. Okay, so it's in the pumpkin. Alright, so this is the thing that got spoiled for me, unfortunately. So you queue for this, the Hallow's End thing, right? And you need to have all 4 curses up, and then the boss is gonna drop this Scarlet key, okay? So if you don't know on Classic, you needed to loot the key to get into the end of Scarlet Monastery or whatever. Well, these bosses increase like the loot chances and stuff like that. These curses, they're not here anymore. You saw me click them right when I got in here. I had to hurry up and do it because the tank was pulling. There's 4 small Wickermen and then 1 big one. You can put on 1 curse, you can put on 2, 3, or all 4. And just to turn on all 4, you talk to the big Wickerman that was right here, right in the middle. And then you'll have these 4 curses, so Embers, Thorns, Shadows, and Delusions. And those were those extra mechanics you were seeing, essentially. Now with all 4 on, you get this Scarlet Key, which allows you access to the old Scarlet Monastery dungeon, which I'm assuming there's going to be secrets in there. I have not found any, I didn't see any things on that. So when there's more to talk about with Scarlet Monastery, right now it could just be that you're farming old stuff in Scarlet Monastery, which is still pretty cool. But I'll do a separate video about Scarlet Monastery, but it is a very big part of this holiday revamp, is the adding in of Scarlet Monastery. But I do expect to do a separate video regarding Scarlet Monastery. Have these bats always been flying in Stormwind? This is really, really cool. I don't ever remember this before. So that's really, really neat as well. Obviously we have all the decorations. We have the hats on the statues. Whoever's job that is. Hopefully they didn't fall off their ladder. Okay, so here, yeah, there's like a new hub out here. So I assume there's one of these in Ogrimmar as well. And we have like a big old hub of quests. So let's take a look at these quests now. Okay, so this guy's literally telling us to go to Scarlet Monastery. Funnily enough, I don't know if you have to have the key already for that to happen, or maybe when you go there, he tells you about the curses, right? That could be something. Speak to the innkeepers of Stormwind, Ironforge, and Darnassus, and you get a bunch of treats. Okay, that's fairly simple. Return to Jesper in front of Stormwind with a Darnassian, wearing Gumdrop, Stormwind Nougat, and Ironforge Mint, and you get some stuff. It could be a follow-up to that quest, though, I guess. So I guess we'll take it, because it's not a daily. Bonfire in front of the Wickerman. Pretty self-explanatory. Giant burning Wickerman there. Use the dousing agent on the Wickerman, so you go put out the fire of the Horde one, or for the Horde, you come out put out the fire for the Alliance one. That one's pretty self-explanatory as well. Stink bombs away. This is I think some of these are the same quests, right, as the old ones. There's just like this hub here that I don't remember being here. I remember having to go to like Goldshire. Well, I'm still gonna go check there though. Speak to Gertrude to gain access to a broom, then drop stink bombs on the Undercity. So that, yeah, that's definitely an old quest. Clean up in Stormwind, use the cleanser to remove stink bombs in Stormwind. So yeah, that's not new either. I think maybe these quests that I just picked up were the new ones. I am gonna check Goldshire really, really quick and see what's going on here, if there's anything to do here, because this is where the quest used to be. I'm pretty sure the Headless Horseman would come and like throw fire on everything. Yeah. So that's still happening, and now there's bats everywhere. So that's like the big difference. So I assume that quest is probably still here. Stop the fires. Yeah, put out the fires. So this is actually self-explanatory. You can see all these other people doing it. You have a bucket, you click on the water barrel, you run over to a fire, you put out the fire, complete the quest. This one's pretty self-explanatory as well. So it seems like maybe the Hallow's End treats are new, and the Find Thomas Thompson ghostly message is most definitely new. So I'm going to do these quests. So to do this one, all I'm going to do is I'm going to speak with the innkeepers from the cities, perform the tricks they ask you to do in exchange for the treat. So they're going to ask me to do things. So yeah, we'll pick up when we get to the Stormwind innkeeper and check out this first one. Okay, so there's a quest here called Flexing for Nougat. That's an interesting costume you have on. Even though you're being nice and helping a child trick or treat this year, I'm afraid I'm going to have to ask you to perform a trick for me. Let's see, you look so strong and buff. Let's see you flex. When you flex, I'll give you some tasty Stormwind Nougat. So I have to flex this innkeeper Allison. So we'll accept the quest. /flex. Okay, that completes the quest. So it's nothing hard by any means. Okay. So I'm guessing each one's going to have their own little thing that you have to do. So on and so forth. Alright, so next we have to go to Nomuragon and Ironforge. So right here. So I'll fly there and we'll pick up when I get there. Alright, so I'm in Ironforge. So you go to the inn here right by the entrance of Ironforge. Once again, sorry to the hordes out there. Obviously you're going to have your own cities you have to go to and do this stuff. That is what it is. Oh, I have too many of these in my bag. So my bags are way too full on this character. I already have all the achievements, so I guess I'm not going to worry about doing the trick-or-treating. So I have to cluck for a mint, do a chicken emote at this innkeeper / chicken. Okay, and then he does it back. That's a little funny. Alright, we got the mint. Alright. So we have the mint and the... Let's get rid of some more Halloween stuff. Again, I already mentioned this, but if you do want more of a guide on the achievements, I did all the old achievements on a guide. Obviously, there are new achievements, like you just saw doing the Wicker Festival, but I'm not going to go through and eat all the candy and stuff again, to be realistic here. Okay, so we need to go to the Nomergon Gumdrop, which is way over here for some reason. Okay. So if you're Alliance like me, apparently the Nomergon one's here in the Mystic Ward. At least that's what it's showing up as. It's right here. Okay, so it's the guy that gives the quests for Oldman. Do a train emote for a gumdrop / train. Okay, does it back. He laughs about it. It's funny. Alright, and the last one we're going to need to do here is Darnassus. So I'm going to head to Kalmador as quickly as I can. And we will pick up when I arrive at Darnassus. Alright, so if you are Alliance and you need to go to Darnassus, we have to remember that it was burned down. However, just like in other zones, you can go back in time by talking to the bronze warden, bronze person here, Keepers of Time, Zadormi. It's on your map. It's kind of by Lord and all. And you just need to go back to the old time before it was burned down to get back there. However, if you are a mage or you know a mage or just want to have a mage port you there, you can actually portal there still on your own, and you won't need to do that. So if you're coming here on your own, talk to the person. If you're getting ported, it should just work. So we'll pick back up when I actually get in. Alright, when you get to the old time Darnassus, you just go to the spot on the map in the Craftsman's Terrace. We're going to talk to there. We have to dance for Marzipan. So we're going to target and / dance. There we go. And that should give us our last thing we need. And we can turn that one back in from Ruthenall Village. There's a portal there. I didn't even know that. It says take the portal from Ruthenall Village to Stormwind. So, I mean, that portal would have been very handy when the tree was burning down, I feel like. Maybe that's how some of them survived. I don't know. Let's see. There's no portal here. Okay. Alright, so I was kind of memeing on it, but there actually is a portal back to Stormwind. So it's actually on this dock, this southern dock. There's a portal here, Moon Tier to Stormwind, so very convenient. Alright, we're back at the quest giver here. We'll see if there's a follow-up. If not, this was a little bit all for naught, 'cause it's just for some treats. Okay, so unless you need it for something else, it's kind of not that big of a deal to do that one. But we will now head up to this newer one that I think is new, the Thomas Thompson or whatever. Up here in Scarlet Monastery, right in front of it actually. So we will pick up when we get all the way up there. Alright, so I'm up here with Thomas Thompson. That is Sir Thomas, the Headless Horseman himself. A ghostly message, complete quest. Search for leads amongst the shades at the Scarlet Monastery. Okay. So I have to talk to ghosts, I guess. And then what? They attack us? Things are a bit chunky. Okay. Peaceful Crusader. Sinister. Of course it's sinister. Threaten that Scourge Conspirator to the ground with you. We follow the Grand Crusader without question. If we were to survive his orders, we're absolute. This is kind of like replaying his life. They give you a book for this when this starts. And, alright, so when you get to the end of this, he's chilling here. You can turn in a quest. Investigate the monastery's fountain. Okay, so this is pretty cool. The purple thing here. Feels familiar. Mind taking a look? No, I don't mind. Another twisted shade. Wait, it cannot be Susanna. I'm assuming this is his wife. It's in the story. I guess I don't want to give spoilers or whatever, but basically he kills his own family, thinking that they are plagued. Please help me before you arrive. That cultist placed soul stones nearby to fuel something. Okay, so I have to go find and destroy these foci. Foci. Okay. If I know Blizzard, there's one in each corner. Yep. Alright. Okay. One more. Okay. Those are destroyed. Return to the ritual site. The power within him will no longer be denied. So this is like the beginning of the Headless Horseman, I take it? Okay, there he goes. From ashes I rise, once again burn. Now all shall tremble at the horseman's return. At last, now horseman, cleanse Azeroth with your purifying flame. My power returns, my vengeance renewed. If it's cleansing you wish, I shall start with you. He kills the Scarlet person. And now he's gone. Talk to his wife. Use the group fighter to enter the Headless Horseman to defeat the Headless Horseman. Okay, so I already did that. So I guess I queue for it again. So yeah, this is setting you up to get the key, basically. So I guess I can queue for it again. I want to see what this quest is in here, though. The old keyring. Okay, so this we'll wait and do this. We're gonna do a separate video about Scarlet Monastery itself. I'll do a separate video on that. So for this, we're going to just chill for now and not quite do this yet. We're going to run this and make sure there's no more follow-ups. And then later today, within a few hours or whatever, I will have another video up more about the Scarlet Monastery stuff and anything that's known so far about it. So far, it doesn't look like there's anything too secretive about it, but we'll still go over that whenever. So we'll pick up whenever we get into the Headless Horseman encounter, just to see if there's another follow-up quest or not. Alright, we're back in here again. We'll see what these guys do with the debuffs. They can turn them on if they want. Again, we'll talk about this more in the Scarlet Monastery video, but it sounds like from what people are saying that you can get the key with no buffs, but you get it, like, it has a 100% drop rate when you actually take all 4 buffs, debuffs, whatever. But I already have the key, so I'm just gonna not worry about it. Okay, Headless Horseman is defeated. Finally. More stuff I don't need. Okay. So let's go ahead and leave. Oh, wait. The quest to turn it in is in here. There we go. So you defeat it. Sir Thomas is in here. Turn it in. Return to Orphan Matron. Okay, so now we need to go all the way back to Stormwind again. So we'll go back and just to make sure there's no more follow-up quests. Might as well. Worth noting as well as we get back here that, and it's important to mention this before the end of the video, if you've unlocked your broom from the excuse me, from the Traveler's Log, your broom is actually instant cast during the Hallow's End event, just like the old toys used to be. So normally there's a cast time on the broom if you're using it in like July or something. But right now it is instant cast. So same as always. No quality of life lost there. So we turn this in there. Okay. So basically we get an origin story to the Headless Horseman, and we get like get to see the origin story, because I think the origin story was already set in motion or was already said before, but you get like a visualization of it, and then that leads you directly into going and doing the dungeon finder thing to do the Headless Horseman, which leads you to get the key, which leads you to do all that kind of stuff. So it does kind of set you up nicely there. So not a huge, as far as I know, there's nothing else added. All these daily quests, I believe, are the same. So not a ton added, but still pretty cool, still pretty interesting. And yeah, I will do the Scarlet Monastery video next. That'll probably come out a few hours after this one or whatever. I'll head this back to Scarlet Monastery and poke around in there and see what we can find. And I'll put up a video about Scarlet Monastery. But yeah, this is the update to Hallow's End. Not a ton, but again, nice quality of life stuff. Just kind of, not quality of life, but just kind of explaining the story better. A little bit like that. Kind of setting you up where to go and stuff. And obviously the Scarlet Monastery thing was probably the big thing that they added itself. So we'll do that in a separate video. As always, I do ask you to please subscribe to the channel. Helps me out a lot. And other than that, everybody, have a good one.